Okay, welcome back. I started on the eye, and I just want to explain how to do the eyes. First of all, I just want to tell you I dug this out a little further. This gets a little wider up here on a real one. It goes from the nose, and there's a little bit of a plane right in here. Just trying to show you what that looks like from the top. See, the cheeks are coming out a little bit, but the eyes, I take a pencil and I draw the one eye on, like I did over here, and I just want to show you how I do the eyes here. Just to give you an example of how this works. I just spray it a little bit to make it softer. We're really working on the end piece, like the end of the piece of wood, meaning this end right here. So it's a little harder to cut it because we're really cutting into the end piece itself because the grain is running this way. Alright, so what I did was I hollowed out, took my knife. Let me just show you here, see if we can match them up a little bit. I won't do it all online because I need to be able to see it a little better than what I can by showing you. So what I do is I just take my knife and I just follow my eye, one side, and turn it over and then follow the other side. Make that oval. You don't want to go in super deep, but you want to make sure you have your lines there and you have it cut in pretty good. Then you take your knife and you just kind of go up and you slice that out. Take your time doing that. Okay, see how I'm following that around? Okay, let me do it back here so I can show you what it looks like. It's just so hard for me to see it there. I try to do a lot of it online. Not always can I do that. Alright. I'll be with you in a second here. You just take your knife and go back the other way, just like a V cut. Okay, this has got to be a little bit larger. It's not large enough yet compared to what I have there, so let me go back and recut it again. And just give you an idea. I'll clean it up a little further. Okay, so I actually dug that all out, and then I dug it in a little deeper, and then I went back after I did the initial cut going in straight. Then I took it with an angle and would cut it all the way around, and I'll do this one too offline. So it should look somewhat like that. Alright, when you're done, now we're going to put the eyelid on it. Okay, so right here is where we actually put a little bit of a little, like a 3, cut it in and then kind of make that at a point there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this outline. When you outline the top brow, what you want to do is you want to take it at an angle. Alright, go up above the eye a little bit and then just follow that all the way out. See how I have that angled out? And we're going to bring that down a little lower than the eye. Okay? Just a little bit lower than the eye. And then what we're going to do, come back up and we're just going to slice that out. But see, I have to go the other way. I have to be mindful of how that grain is running. Okay? So we're just going to cut that portion out. Let me do it back here again so I can see it a little bit better. I apologize for pulling it away, but I want to make sure I have this right. I don't want to ruin the carving either, you know, by pulling something out that shouldn't have been pulled out. You know, just take your time with it, folks. There's no reason to be super quick with it. And once I get this done, I'll show you exactly what I had done here. Okay. That's good. I did a little V cut right over top of that eye. Alright. See how we have that little V cut? Makes it look like an eyelid. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing with the bottom. What you want to do is pull that down and go the other way, and you want to go underneath this way. Alright, so when you're done, you should have a top eyelid and a bottom eyelid, and then what you want to do is you just want to kind of blend this in. Okay, when you're done, kind of just that it's not a huge difference. Let me just blend that in a little further. And believe me, folks, if you wet it, it's much easier to get in there. Okay, see how we have that? How it's blending in there? And you don't just see it drop and the eyelid is there. We're going to take a little bit off back here. Just doesn't look right to me yet. I'll do the bottom half of that eyelid the same way. Okay, so you go up and do the top. Remember, you do your circle first. Okay, you go straight in, you cut it out on either side. You know, you cut it out on either side around it. Then what you do is, once that's done, you just trim a little bit more off at an angle. Then go up here and do this at an angle. See how I have this tilted? That's pretty well the angle you want to do it. And you want to, you know, 1/16 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, 1/16 of an inch from there, from the top of the eyeball over. Alright? If you can remember to do that, then what you need to do is just blend it in. Let's see if I can keep this in sight here. What you want to do is take the top of your knife and just blend in the top portion. Alright? Now, you can put a glass eye in. All you need to do is drill a hole and buy maybe a 4 or 5 milliliter eye and paint it dark brown and then take it from there. But I'm starting to just carve everything in. I don't like adding anything. I don't like taking pieces and putting them together. If you're into that, that's absolutely fine. I like to do everything out of one piece. You can also see that I am starting to get the back rounded a little further. So when you're done with that eye, just go ahead and try to match up the other side. Now, it's very hard to match one side with the other side. See, it looks a little small. So I'm going to have to make that a little bit bigger. So you don't want to dig it in too deep in case you have to go further out. Okay? You just want to do a little circle first or whatever. You try to do it in pencil and then go back and do it with the knife. And the pencil, you should be able, you see the middle of those two eyes are dead on. They're right on where they should be, okay? Right on target. Alright, and the same thing with the ears. It's very hard to get all this stuff to come out exactly as you think it should, especially when you have to meet one half with the other half. Okay, and that same thing goes with faces and eyes and all the rest. Okay, folks? So I hope you enjoyed this part of the lesson. Don't forget to hollow this out a bit before you start, and then I'll show you what it looks like with both of them, and then we'll do the mouth next.